Okay, so I wanted to do a dating updated video because a lot of you guys like that. I get like a lot of emails and requests and things like that to do videos like this because you girls feel what I'm saying. Because truthfully, I keep it real. I mean, I've been through so much. So, of course, like, I know other people have been through what I've been through, but a lot of people don't talk about it. So, in the past couple of months, like, you guys. Let me tell you guys what happened. So, I met this, I didn't meet him just yet. I was talking to this guy online for a couple of months. He lived in another state and he was moving back to Orlando and he was like a photographer. So I was like, let me just get to know him because, I do YouTube videos. Maybe I can use them. Not like use them as like use him, but networking type of thing. So we was cool or whatever, and I think I mentioned him in my previous video that like he would get upset with me because like I wouldn't reply to his Instagram posts fast enough, and he always thought I was trying to play him, but I really was not ever trying to play him. Like, I've been in a relationship in forever, so it's like, what would I try to play you for? Like a conversation or something? But besides that, he moved to Orlando and, he had a good head on his shoulders. And, I was trying to justify every reason why I should date him because on paper, I guess he would be considered like everything I would want in a man. He had goals. He's graduated from college. He had a car. He had a job. We were around the same age of getting our stuff together to build something. So I was like, oh Lord, if he's right for me, please keep him in my life. I had to pray to God and ask him, and so he answered my prayers. So okay, so this was before he answered my prayers. I was avoiding him for a couple of weeks because I was just like, I really don't know if I want to talk to this guy or not. And then I was watching an episode of Catfish, and on Catfish how they be playing these dudes and dudes be playing these chicks, and I was like, well, at least I don't want him to think like I'm catfish or anything like that. So I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and just meet up with this kid. So one night after Catfish, like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, okay, let's just meet up. So we clicked and everything was cool. And we had like the most passionate kiss ever. It was like, oh, I'm like really big on affection and, it was whatever. But don't be kissing no dude on the first date. So just to clarify that for my younger girls. But if you're like 25 and up, you can dibble and dabble and do whatever you want. So let's fast forward. We went on our first date. We went to a restaurant and it was okay. I mean, it was a cute first date. The thing is, he didn't really know what to do. So, we were just driving around in my car. And I was like, oh, shoot, let's go to my favorite restaurant. It's called Hash House A Go-Go. So we went there. And, like, I wasn't trying to, because I didn't know how much it was going to cost, and I was like, damn, I hope this restaurant isn't really that expensive, because for me, I can afford it, but I didn't really know if he could afford it. So I was like, well, take this $10 because I really don't know how much this restaurant is going to cost, and whatever. But he was like, nah, I'm not going to take the money, I'm going to pay. So we get to the restaurant. The meal comes up to be like $50. Cool. So then we go on a second date. It was probably like $20, whatever. We went to the movies. And I had offered him, I was like, well, do you want anything to drink or whatever? And he was like, nah, I have whatever you have in. Cool. And so after those 2 dates, like, we never like kissed like the first time. And then we went to like the park and, did some like cute shit, whatever, here and there. But it was never like the first time. And so, but then I justified it as maybe he was trying to hit it the first time. And since I didn't give it up, he really didn't try to hit it anymore. And he was just trying to get to know me, right? So I was like, okay, well, I wanted to go to this comedy club and the tickets was only $20. So I purchased the tickets, right? So we get to the comedy club and, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we would argue after every single day. I mean, like heated arguments, because it'll be something over something stupid. He will just make a big deal out of it. Like, he would just be like, take a picture of me. I did not want to take a picture of him. Like, bruh, like, we downtown. It's like 2 in the morning. It's called the let out when everybody's getting out the club. I'm not going to be stopping taking pictures of you. Like, I did not want to be downtown, number one. But the movie theater was downtown. And I knew he wanted to walk out there. But I didn't want to. But I wanted to be a trooper because people be like, I complain too much. But if I don't want to do something, I don't want to do it. So I was like, you know what? Let me set my feelings aside. Maybe it'll be fun. But it ended up not being fun because he kept on questioning me to take a picture of him. I was like, dude, I'm not a photographer. I'm not taking a picture of you downtown. So he got upset about that. And then before we left, I was like, okay, I'll take a picture of you here because there wasn't a lot of people out there. But then he was like, no, I was trying to play him. I was like, dude, whatever. So we argued all the way home. And he kept on saying, like, I'm trying to play him or I'm trying to play stupid. I'm like, but I'm really not. I did not want to do it. And then, like, the first day we didn't argue. The second day we did argue. The third day, I don't remember if we argued, but I know we argued around sometime. So now we're at the comedy club and they were like, are you going to eat? So I was like, oh, sure, why not? Well, the tickets was like $27 because it was like taxes and fees and stuff all together. So then they were like, are you guys going to eat? And then he was like, yeah. And then so we ordered our food and everything. So when check came out, he was like, you got this. And I was like, you got this? Nah. You know, I'm thinking we had a comedy club, so I'm thinking he got jokes and stuff. I was like, no. So then we driving home and Buddy does not say anything to me, right? So I'm like, okay. So when I get home, I text him and I'm like, is everything okay? He was like, oh, the stunt that you pulled. He was like, the stunt that, some crap like the stunt that I pulled was, he can't believe, he was saying he couldn't believe that I didn't pay for the meal. I'm like, bruh, like, why would I pay for the meal when I pay for the movie tickets? This man over here, first of all, we both grown. Why couldn't you just tell me you didn't have any money at the damn restaurant? I would have paid for it, whatever. Like, we're not in a relationship. We just getting to know each other. So, you know, since it was my idea, shit, I would have paid for it. But me thinking that he's the man, and I do believe majority of the time the man should pay for the date. So he was like, oh, it's not 50-50. Every time we go out, I just feel like you don't ever offer to do anything. Like, the man was slamming me. He was like, I don't offer to pay for nothing. I don't offer to do anything. And I'm like, okay, well, if we ever go out again, you pay for your shit, I pay for my shit. He was like, no, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be, I pay for one day, you pay for the next thing. I'm not the type of nigga that is going to be paying for everything. And I'm like, okay, where is this all coming from? Like, you had the time to sit here and tell me when we was in the car, when we was in a restaurant, whatever the case may be, but he ain't never say nothing. And this is what I have a real big problem with, guys that do not communicate. Like, that does not make any sense. Like, you're just slamming me saying that I'm this, I'm that, I don't do this, I don't do that. But number one, I paid for first half of that day. When we went to the movies, I asked you if you want anything to drink and eat. I'm the one that paid for parking at the movie theater. So I'm just like, he was just making it. And I'm like, bro, we ain't even been on that many dates for you to even be slamming me right now. Like, we just started dating. And then so he was like, oh, I don't know why you ain't think I was serious. If somebody who doesn't have any money, why would you pull out your debit card and pay for the meal? The meal was like $38. And this man put, like, literally a spreadsheet on all the money he quote unquote spent on me. And I was like, wow. And you know, around that time I had prayed and I was like, Lord, if this man is not supposed to be in my life, please remove him from my life. And it was just like, this dude really just slapped me in the face. Like, he literally first day, second day, third, like, wrote down everything that he paid for and was just like, you ain't never do this, you ain't never do that. So this is a warning for women. Like, these guys, when you go on a date with a dude, you need to make sure that this man got money to cover whatever it is, or if he's not the type of dude that you don't want to date, because I know some females will not date a dude if he doesn't pay for everything. But it's not even that. If you communicate with me, because I'm not that hard and difficult to please. I'm just really big on communication, and guys do not communicate. And it's just like, What makes you think that I would have thought you wasn't playing if 1 second later you pull out your debit card after you asked me if I was going to pay? I would have been like, you know, babe, I don't have no money like that. And it was just like, he didn't show me no type of affection ever. And it was like not genuine, not, he ain't never opened the car door. And that's what I look for in someone. I want to be wooed. I want to be like treated like I'm your only girl, I'm your girl, I'm beautiful. Like, never gave me any type of compliments. And I asked people, I was like, how do you date a man that's not affectionate or doesn't give you any type of compliments? And a lot of females say they are in a relationship where the guy isn't affectionate. I don't understand how you can be with someone like that. Yes, you can show me you care in many different ways, but I mean, to have zero affection, to not tell me ever that I look beautiful. I mean, I'd be looking in the mirror like, well, damn, like, this dude, we in the car, and like, no type of, like, you know, what I'm trying to say is, don't try to make something work that cannot work, no matter what. If you always bumping heads, always clashing with a dude, just, you know what, just take one for the team and be like, you know, this is just not for me. I'm going to just stay single. And that's what I felt like I was trying to do, justify every reason why I should be with this person because I'm single. But then it's like, if I'm not getting treated the way I want to be treated, like, why would I want to be with somebody like that? And I'm happy it ended like that because, boy, this is a story to tell you too. Because it's just so funny to me that somebody would sit here and just be like, you know, I don't do this, I don't do that. But I let him know I did do this, I did do that, and I was nice to you, and you have a crappy car, and I'm the one that drove my car half the time. Like, you know, and granted, you don't have to have the most fanciest car, but I would like a dude with a nicer car and that want to pay for everything. But if he can't and he communicates with me, we can work something out. But the fact that he didn't, and I just felt like he was so classless the way he acted, and pretty much I just deleted him off of everything, deleted his number, and kept it moving because maybe one day I'll find mine or he'll come. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys the story. Give me your opinion. Did I do anything wrong? Did I do anything right? Let me know.